No, but we got to do bits of fucking asking Don Corleone for things he physically obviously can't do on the day of his daughter's wedding.
You asked me to sit through this narrow doorway on this day of my daughter's wedding.
You asked me to not have type 2 diabetes on this, the day of my daughter's wedding. Wait, that's the one you could not have.
I don't know which type is which. I just know if someone has either of them, it's their fault. And they don't deserve insulin.
You asked me to cure cancer on this, the day of my daughter's wedding.
You asked me to not be dead. Is Marlon Brando dead?
Yeah, I think he's dead.
He's gotta be dead.
I
used to have a decent...
What?
I used to have a decent Brando with like the cotton in your mouth.
Brando. I don't know. On the
day my day is reading. No, I'm just doing double D Bond.
That was just offensively retarded. This is that was. You come to me and you ask for infinite wishes on this day of my daughter's wedding.
It's against the rules. I told you. You can't wish for more wishes. Italian genie. Now that's a rich tapestry right there.
Marlon Brando genie.
Just mob genie, because I can't do a very good Brando.
Yeah. I've just been doing on this today. Italian fist is how you really sell a Brando.
That is how Italians fist.
Yeah. Well, that's the right way to fist.
Yeah, I'm saying Italians are good at fisting. I guess I said it in a roundabout way, but Italians
all right, Italians, you get one.
You get one. You can get your entire arms in each other. Excellent form.
Your entire hairy arms, even on your women and children, they're hairy.
You take your hand like you're grabbing a fistful of mozzarella that you're going to chew on like tobacco.
Just Italian pitcher stepping up to the plate. But it's mozzarella instead of dip.
Oh, this guy's a good batter. I better give him the spicy gabagool.
Capicola.
Yeah, it's... Why do Italian Americans talk that way? Because it's not how Italians talk.
We should explain my recumbent position before we go anywhere else.
Connor threw out his back by being gay so hard that
I couldn't back up into dick hard enough.
His wrist got so limp that so did his spine.
You know the logic puzzle. What do you do if you're rock hard and an inch inside of your mom and your dad is behind you an inch inside of you? Do you go forward or backwards?
Yeah,
I couldn't go back. Oh yeah, the trolley. It's the same as the trolley debate. They bring it up in school just as often. But
it's interested in philosophy. But yeah, you did that.
But I couldn't back up into my dad's dick fast enough, and it shattered my spine.
I was gonna say you just did that with some guys from a Tom of Finland drawing.
I like. Oh, wait, what was that?
Tom of the biker guy in Village People.
Yeah,
that aesthetic was created by Tom of Finland. Like instead of gay men being effeminate, they were like sailors with hairy chests busting out of their open shirts and bikers with assless chaps.
So just a different type of effeminate.
No, it's not effeminate. They're extremely masculine in a gay way.
A cop in short shorts with a very hairy chest and just mustache is effeminate.
That does not seem effeminate to me.
Why did he put on the short shorts? That there is just a
show off his powerful thighs.
Yeah, for vanity. That's why he shows the short. He modified the uniform for vanity. That's effeminate.
Yeah, but it's masculine vanity. You don't understand Tom of Finland. You're not allowed to.
Thighs are not all that masculine.
What?
Thighs, powerful thighs are not all that masculine.
No, you're thinking of women's thighs, but men have those too. and they can be rippling with muscle, and the strength of those muscles destroyed your spine. Oh
yeah. Speaking of that same logic puzzle, I would like somebody to be an inch inside of their Asian mother and their black father to be an inch inside of them, and them to be like, well, obviously I'm going to go into my mom because I'm already full bore into my mom.
You just want this to happen to a mixed race guy.
Yeah, exactly. I want everybody to be included is what I'm saying.
Yeah, listen, when we talk about which of our parents we would rather fuck if we had to, I think that needs to be a multicultural effort, okay?
Notice neither of us have asked the question. Notice neither of us have answered the question, nor will we.
No, we will not. That is a trick. If you answer that question, you are not coming to my birthday party, Kevin.
If I could go back in time and only do one thing, I mean, after asking to do infinite things from this Marlon Brando genie, I would tell my future self that you don't have to answer the stupid fucking questions that people ask. If you're like, I'm not going to participate. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to answer the question. But
would you rather suck 2 dicks or 3 dicks? I don't know, 2, I guess. You want to suck 2 dicks? Okay.
Neither. It's not an option. Well, I don't want to do either. But you have to pick. No, I don't.
No, not happening to me. You don't have a gun. Not my dad.
All of a sudden, you're king of the 8th graders if you just do that.
King of the 8th graders. Sounds like a movie that would get you sent to prison.
King of the 8th graders was Jeffrey Epstein's remake of hang on, I got it. Not Bay of Pigs. What's
Last of the Mohicans?
No, it's a movie, or it's a bad book about toddlers getting stranded on an island. I don't know why I wanted to call it Bay of Pigs. There's a
big head in it. Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein's Lord of the Flies, King of the 8th graders. It's the same.
Jeffrey Epstein read Lord of the Flies and was like,
I want to bet.
So excited the entire book. A bunch of schoolboys on an island, unsupervised. It's like he's reading my mind.
Wait a second. This is supposed to be a bad book?
Right. He's like, I don't understand why everyone's mad. Everybody loves Lord of the Flies. And then I do that. Have you read the end of the book, Jeff?
I forget how it ends. It's like, did people come and save him?
I think they kill the fat kid.
Yeah, no. They kill the fat kid, but then, like...
but then, like the mist, then a boat comes over the horizon right after they're done eating the fat kid, maybe? I didn't read it, and I did
It was something like that. They kill the fat kid, and then they are like, oh, shit. And then the U.S. Coast Guard is like, hey, what's going on? Oh, my God. He was one day from being skinny.
It wouldn't be the U.S. Coast Guard, would it? They were a bunch of English schoolboys. So it would have to be the British Navy, which means it's Jeffrey Epstein time.
Oh, hi, I'm Colonel Jeffrey Epstein. What's going on here?
Hey, what's the oldest thing?
Whoa.
Boys stranded on an island. Well, looks like we're on shore leave, boys.
That's right. Get him. Just Bill Clinton runs off the boat.
Yeah, he's sort of he's a deity of creepy sex that shows up whenever it happens.
Exactly. He's not. Honestly, if he used that as his defense for all the Epstein logs, I would accept it. If he's like, no.
My fault. I summoned.
I don't want to fuck kids or nothing. I just want to fuck everything. You understand?
Listen now, every time someone calls someone daddy without asking first, I show up there.
I don't have a choice. And just the frequency of things happening that I needed to be there for on Epstein's Island made sense for us to carpool. That's all.
I don't care when Lord of the Flies took place. Fuck this. There's a terrible Elon tweet.
1960s. Oh, what's the tweet?
I love music. It makes my heart sing. So Elon just discovered art.
That's the whole tweet?
Yeah. It's like an hour ago.
No, he's not okay. That's fucking great.
He's never once been okay. Do you think he's He's only been listening to music because Grimes tells him to. And now he finally heard a song he liked.
I like to think that it's "Wake Me Up Before You Go Go." He's just like sitting there working on his rocket, and then all of a sudden, what's this? Wake me up before you go go.
This song makes me want to move my body. What is this feeling?
Strange and interesting ways.
And his heart grew 2 sizes that day. And I don't know. I guess he let his workers unionize. I just needed to mention the tweet because it's music makes my heart sing. Is something
it does sound like he's a robot who's just discovered music and feeling.
Right. Like I would expect Zuck to tweet that, but it was instead Elon Musk, who I would have thought already knew about music.
I mean, just throwing it out there, just a guess. Oh, God.
I assume those popping noises are pieces on the inside of you.
Just exploding.
Just vertebrae locking and interlocking and unlocking.
I was supposed to go skiing tomorrow.
Just get the sled.
Lying down sledding. You know how terrifying that is? Lying down sledding.
Basically, just the thing that ski patrol takes you on. Just go skiing on that.
Ooh,
someone just has to carry you.
That would actually be pretty badass. It's a toboggan of some sort. Oh yeah, you actually got a ride in one of those ski patrol things.
No, I didn't. I refused it.
Really?
And why my leg was worse. Yeah, I was like, ski patrol's for pussies. I'll ski down on my broken leg.
Why?
Yeah, my friend who's a paramedic was like, we should get ski patrol. And I was like, no. Just let me lean on you and I won't put weight on that leg. And then I walked inside because I was full of adrenaline. And then I sat down and didn't stand up for a couple weeks. And so now I get to give him shit constantly. Like, I can't believe you made me walk down the mountain. Which, by the way, is why there's more shit. There's not supposed to be as much metal in my knee as there is. But there was a pin they were going to take out. But then they were like, this took too long because it was so fucked up. And if we keep him on anesthesia any longer, I was either going to die or become addicted to it, which foregone conclusion. So
probably
left.
Probably dead is my guess.
Yeah, or like, permanently sleepy.
Already
which I guess that is dead.
That's fucking great.
Now when I go to the airport, they wave the wand at my knee.
So there's one pin, just one?
No, there's a wire, a screw, and a pin. And there was only supposed to be a wire and a screw.
What?
And in my will, I'm going to say that they go to one of my relatives.
That's
because, like, if you get cremated, that stuff just kind of falls into the ash. And if my older relative, like if my great uncle had, died and had metal in him, I'd want it. So,
so you're assuming that the child you raise will be just as odd.
I mean, yeah.
Stands to fact.
The next generation of my family is going to have another one, My kid might be a nephew.
Your kid is going to be born on one, and that's good. Oh God, he's too powerful.
His mother drank vodka Red Bulls while he was in the womb, and now all he does is listen to techno music and talk about Epstein.
He talks about Jeffrey Epstein over techno music. You know that there are actually tunnels under the island.
He can get the Hyperloop that Elon Musk is talking about. This is I love Daft Punk. That's Elon Musk built a Hyperloop to Little St. James.
So that now the problem with the flight logs is gone.
The flight logs, they were never real. That was a metaphor that the media had to create to tell you this story. But in real life, they never did that. See, because they don't. The Anunnaki, they don't use writing. Okay, that cool, but 5 times 5, bud?
No, can't do it. That's for lizard people. You think anybody that can do basic math is lizard people?
Okay, yeah, we got to be there at 4:00, and it's 2:30 now, so we've got like an hour and a half. Get away from me!
I trusted you.
Everyone knows a mammal brain can't do math, only lizards.
A mammal brain. That's a great derogatory term we need to start using more.
Calling people a mammal brain. Dog brain is a good one.
Quality. I'm fucking struggling.
This is going to be the horrifying experience when, like, you fall off the screen and I can't see you, just hear you groaning in pain. I'm like, I can't do anything.
I'm so far away. I was looking up. Yeah, this is going to be a horror movie here in a second. Somebody's going to come in from out of frame.
Right.
And I'm going to have ample time to stop them. But unfortunately, I cannot.
But you're going to think I'm joking when I say there's someone behind you. And then when they have you, you're not going to feel it because you're full of drugs.
Not yet. I haven't taken any painkillers today, which is why I immediately lied down when I woke up. I was like, don't want to feel this one.
Don't want to feel this one. That is a great catchphrase for, and I mean, anyone of our generation. Like, like going to a family reunion. I have to see people from my past. Don't want to feel this one.
Going to a funeral. Don't want to feel this one. Take some pill. It's like, your wife's dead. I know. I said what I said. You know what? He's not wrong.
Yeah. What? You think it would feel good if I wasn't on drugs? This makes sense.
I found out that I need a hard time limit for escapism, because when something tragic happens to my life, my natural reaction is to escape. But normally I can, like, after like a few days, or depending on the level of tragedy, like a day, I can get back to normal and be like, all right, now let's deal with this. But like, there is a healthy amount of time to just be like, I'm just going to get hammered for a while. It exists.
It's forever. It's forever.
But the problem is that sometimes it's 3 months later and I wake up and I've been like, I can't remember the last day I was sober. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This is wrong.
Well, what are we going to do? Develop healthy mental...
Are you thinking right now, God, when was the last time I was sober?
I remember the last time I was sober.
It was off?
The last full...
Not the last full day. What am I, a saint?
What do you do? Wait, you're off work and you don't immediately just start gobbling pills like a house in a... I don't know. I guess the Soprano. His wife popped pills, probably, right?
Yeah, probably. Annexes. I was going to say hungry hippos, but at the Betty Ford Center.
You know, the hungry hippos, and this is true. Those little things that the hippos eat, those are opiates, and if you take them, you will get high. Try it, kids.
But you have to eat at least enough to close your throat.
You got to get a mass of them together. Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest pill you've ever taken. Enough, the circumference of your esophagus. That's how many you have to take. Good rule of thumb.
If I worked in a rehab center, I would introduce, like, Tramadol hungry hippos. And you get to take all the pills that you get if you win.
It is smart to do with the Tramadol, because the amount you would need to overdose is fucking insanity.
Plus, they're all jittery from the DTs, so that helps them really hit that fast.
Like, come on. God, could you imagine? It's like crack baby basketball. It's the same.
They're getting attention.
Yeah.
I found out the other day, by the way, that there's something called convict poker, where they pay convicts to sit and play poker in a cage with a bull, and then the last one that doesn't get hit by the bull is the winner.
We live in a bad society.
It's like, it's gladiators, is what that is.
They do that for time off their sentence, right?
No, just money.
That's even worse. They don't even get time. Gladiators.
I watched a lot of John Oliver yesterday. I'm concerned.
Gladiators got like time. Were gladiators prisoners? Some of them were.
Gladiators were just slaves, and then they also fed Christians to lions.
Yeah. Well, I thought some of the gladiators were like debtors and stuff like that. Like they were Roman, but they were so bad at being Roman that now they're slaves.
Well, what happened a lot of times is a general would witness the murder of an emperor, and so they would have to make him a gladiator. And they thought that would stop him, but actually he was such a good gladiator that he worked his way up through the ranks, and then he got to kill Joaquin Phoenix.
I don't know what you're doing.
Gladiator, the movie Gladiator.
No, I knew. I did know. But it was funnier.
It's plausible that you didn't, though.
I will give you that. No, but that's why the joke worked. Did you see, there was a series, the 3-season one?
What?
There's a 3-season Gladiator-based show that was good.
Spartacus?
Spartacus, yeah. Season 1 and 2 fuck. Season 3 kind of sucked.
That was like early prestige TV, wasn't it? Like very high budget TV where they all stab each other with swords and fuck.
Yeah, HBO. HBO's business model, pretty much.
I mean, but that was the beginning of it. The HBO's business model used to be like, here's Eddie Murphy saying bad things about gay people while wearing a skin tight leather suit, and then they were like, what if old time sex?
What if, and hear me out, they fucked in chainmail also.
Uh-huh.
You have my attention, sir.
What if we made armor that was just a bikini?
And it was the height.
I bet it could make nerds do terrorism.
What did you say? You broke up a little bit.
Because if we made armor in the shape of a bikini, you could eventually get lonely nerds to do terrorism.
There we go.
And that's the gaming industry.
Which is because they expect everybody who they hold the door open for, obviously, to suck their dick.
Yeah, and then they don't, and they're like, guess I gotta be a Nazi now.
These are the two options. Either every girl
what do you
blows.
want me to do?
I'm a Nazi. Like, dude, the line between
the hordes are coming to our country to make women respect themselves, so they won't fuck me.
If your line between being a Nazi, it just depends on one girl blowing you, you're gonna be a Nazi eventually, man. Like, your line is too thin for you not to end up a Nazi. Even if you get blown by that girl, eventually you're gonna be like, fuck it.
That is the thin blue balls line. That if one person doesn't fuck you, you become
nice thin blue balls line. That's the one.
I was trying to do something with the blue line.
Wait a second. No, we gotta make that. We gotta make that a shirt, dude. Thin blue
we
balls.
can only make shirts when I come up with unhinged things.
No, yeah, thin blue balls line, for example.
No, I'm never wearing that shirt because from 10 feet away, that's just a thin blue line shirt. Unless you make the balls on it really big, in which case I'm also not wearing that.
Because then somebody's like, oh, he essentially put truck nuts on police force.
Right. And they don't get that I'm saying it because that the only interaction police have with women is beating their wives. They think I'm pro-cop.
I'm writing it down.
Are you making the shirt right now?
I'm writing down the idea so I don't forget. That will be a shirt.
This is like the end of Immortal Beloved where Beethoven is dying and frantically writing down like symphonies. But you're like, cop ball shirt. Please, Anton, you must preserve this.
I haven't seen that movie. But I do. But now that you said that, you're correct. I am the Beethoven of balls.
And that's how you injured your back.
Writing my next symphony of nuts.
The balls would be like, you're able to suck balls so good, even though you don't have balls.
Oh,
because he was good at music. Even F.
Probably.
So the Beethoven of balls would have to be someone who like was great at balls, despite not having balls.
A girl who can give a great blowjob.
Yeah, it's your mom.
Got him. I'll have you know, my mom gives terrible head.
It's not even worth
it. It was not worth the trauma, let me tell you.
Well, you know, like the broken arm story on Reddit?
No, what?
No. Kid has broken arms, can't jerk off. Eventually his mom starts doing it for him. I don't think it was a true story, but it was famous on Reddit for years.
Yeah.
So just that story, guys like, you know what? Fuck it. You're terrible at this.
No, it's not worth it.
I'll just rub up against something.
Give me a fleshlight and hold the fleshlight. At least we can do that.
That seems so awful. Like someone else holding a flashlight. It's just wrong. Wronger than a flashlight on its own.
Well, You Had a Bad Day plays in the background. You had a bad day. You take one.
I did.
Crying and
What's going on now?
The bad day's still happening.
The name of that fucked up. I'm not that.
Broken arms?
Fleshlight? It's fucked up. Well, no, I'm also not okay with that, but
I was going to say
you know what? I'm going to take a stand. Incest is bad. Sorry to offend all you liberal snowflakes.
Yeah. Really being a martyr for the cause here. I was going to say the Beethoven of balls would be Beethoven the dog from the movie Beethoven. Because he's the Beethoven of tennis balls.
And he's neutered.
See?
The Beethoven of tennis balls? Are you thinking of Air Bud?
No, there was a Beethoven movie about a big St. Bernard.
I know there were like 9 of them.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking of.
But I didn't know if he was good at tennis.
No, he's not good at tennis. He was a joke that his name is Beethoven and he likes tennis balls. They don't all have to be literal.
I don't know. I'm just pretty sure. There's a movie where a dog's good at tennis.
Is there really?
There's got to be. There's an Air Bud movie for every sport. Not
for tennis or fucking skeet.
There's no rule that says I can't make a movie about a dog that's good at tennis.
Well, yeah, I like that 99% of the Air Bud movies are just like people not putting clauses into contracts, just forgetting to say no dogs allowed.
I just would have liked to be there to be the guy that's like, I'm not letting your dog play soccer against my son.
I don't care what the law is.
We will leave, and I bet you that the park district will say that you forfeit. I bet. Yeah. Just a guy in tears in a deposition, and then he tried to slide tackle the dog, and the dog must have gotten spooked because he just turned. It was so fast, and he just at one point his leg was fine, and then just it was covered in blood. And yeah, there's now a rule dog can't play
because when they get slide tackled, they get vicious.
They just maim children.
So there's been a fun fact. The Jackie Robinson movie came out after the Air Bud movie. So there was a movie about the first dog in baseball before there was a movie about the first black guy in baseball.
He's just being like, what can we do instead of treating black people like humans? Have a dog do it. Let a dog do it.
Let's just have a dog do it. That's the dog playing tennis and golf. Is why is that dog not named Air Bud like it normally is? Why is it named Tiger Woods? Don't worry about it.
Now I'm imagining just like the Jackie Robinson movie or whatever movie about the first black people to play a sport where someone's like, there's no rule that says a black person can't play. And everyone's like, yes, there is. We're all racist and we wrote the rules.
There's a lot of rules that say actually that they said I can't.
Yeah, look, all of these rules can include the N-word.
Even the rules that have nothing to do with it include the N-word for no reason at all. Yeah, we just like saying it.
Conclusion: Carthage must be destroyed. Won't let them play.
It's like here, this rule about if you're on or off second base has the N-word in it 18 times for no reason.
I feel like that's true though. The first white guys playing baseball must have been super racist.
He's like, this is the one sport that minorities can't take over. But now look at us.
We did
it. Proud to be an American where baseball's an inclusive sport.
Where? Yeah, it's still no fun to watch, though.
Oh, yeah. That's my problem with the Jackie Robinson movie. Is, oh, my God, I hate that movie. Jesus. No. Baseball's dumb. Oh, okay.
Right.
Everybody.
Baseball's such a weird sport because you clearly have to be athletic, but much of the sport is standing around.
It's athletic for 10 seconds at a time. You have to be incredibly athletic for 10 seconds at a time. That's the sport.
Right. And then you can just sit there and be fat for most of it.
You need
if you're in left field, the ball's hitting right field, you don't have to move.
Yeah. Really, honestly, baseball would be a harder sport if there was one fielder and then one person playing all the bases and one pitcher, like cricket.
Is that how cricket works? You don't know.
More or less people on the field.
Are there?
Yeah. There's a bowler. Pretty sure there is.
I've seen a cricket game being played. And if you're right, then I was thinking spectators were playing the game. Because cricket is just not a real sport. I think you only like cricket if you've been to one of those boarding schools where they make the next generation of imperialists by, making them wear short pants.
Who likes short shorts song, but every morning over the announcements of an all boys school in London like that? Who likes sir, you're gonna have to
and
stop.
They're all unhappy.
They're all like, we hate short shorts, actually.
I remember that song vaguely, but I don't know from where, and it's disconcerting because I know that song, but where did I hear it? What was it about? I didn't remember it until now.
It was in The Simpsons. And also a commercial. And that's it.
So what? The past is a foggy ether of just disjointed events for me. And I don't know what order things happened in.
Who likes short shorts?
When was Gangnam Style? Were we in high school for Gangnam Style?
Jeffrey Epstein likes short shorts. Gangnam Style was...
Oh, no. I wearing short shorts.
What? Couldn't hear.
I just pictured Jeffrey Epstein in short shorts. It's not great.
What was that video you sent me? What the fuck was that?
Oh, it was... well, the audio from it was, I don't know where that came from, but it was like a fake ad for it was advertising a website where you could find things like double jointed pussy or fresh balls.
What?
Which I'm into. You're going to make me verbally explain that video on a podcast.
Fair.
I sound insane and fun kind.
What? How can people find it? Is a better thing.
I don't just put the link in.
Oh no, we'll get taken down for good reason.
Will we?
I don't know. Our last one didn't get taken down.
No, I think YouTube respects our vision. The people got to know what we're talking about.
Our vision of get 'em. Our WandaVision, if you will.
Nope.
You don't have Disney Plus.
You used to learn about that show. I do have a Disney Plus login, and I will not use it. I'm not watching WandaVision.
Watch other things.
Spider-Man Far From Home was the last Marvel property that was good.
False.
And I'm never watching any.
I should sit. Oh yeah, I forgot that I
watched to keep up with.
Wait, is Spider?
We keep talking. Yeah. What?
Into the Spider-Verse, is that on Disney Plus?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think
it was Disney.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Tyler,
it is. It is good though. Yay! Which shirt?
It's just bits the cool brothel.
Nice.
It's a good one.
That's my version. That's my new startup. A brothel, but cool.
Hey, you don't have to fuck if you don't want to. You can just hang out in the bar.
Yeah, well, you just want to crush and bruise with the hookers? That's fine. We're a cool brothel.
we pay the hookers $400 an hour, so you don't have to. You have to, and they'll come up and hit on you, but you don't have to fuck them. You can just hang out in the bar. Drinks are $100 a piece.
This is so sad. A guy that goes to that brothel just to reject women, just to have women come up to him, flirt with him, and then he goes, "No, honey," and then goes back to his drink. And he's like, "I like this place. It's a cool brothel." And he's wearing our shirt.
And then at the end of it, he goes to a real bar, and he's the coolest guy there because he's just built.
It just rubbed off on him.
He's built up his confidence so much. He's like, I had girls way out of.
I was mean to women so much that now women like me, but not the women I was mean to. It's not negging. I negged myself.
And it's not that other. Never mind. I thought I had a joke and it didn't.
I really badly want someone to buy one of the 9/11 shirts. I don't know that they will, but
I'm going to be honest with you.
I want
to see it happening.
It's true though. 9/11 was bad art. That's the only shirt that says something that I actually believe.
I mean, we're a cool brothel. I believe that.
We're not any kind of brothel. If we were a brothel, it'd be cool.
If we go to Australia, brothels are legal out there. But what do they call them?
I still won't go to.
What do they call them? Hookeros?
Hey, you went down to the Frosty, Mike.
The Frosty.
I caught me Dicky Socky. How you going, Mike? Just been down to the Tooties.
You call them the Tooties?
I don't like that. Yeah, instead of Frosties, the Tooties.
The back cap. I like them the Hookos.
I've been playing hooky from work, which down here means going to your brothel instead of work. Also, we don't have jobs down here. Everyone just sort of eats the fruit off the trees. It's the Garden of Eden.
But there's a desert and spiders.
Yeah, all the animals 2x2, but there's more than 2 spiders on their boat.
Also, part of the deal. Part of the deal with Bad Boys Media is that we do better Australian accents now. It's a very, very lucrative part of the deal.
We rubbed off on us. It's an active effect from Skyrim. Better at Australian.
Yeah. Well, if you played Witcher 3, then that'd be called a place of power.
Sounds fucking stupid.
It's the same thing as an active effect.
Yeah, but then
no, you just like active effect because you heard it first. That's like people who speak English being like, yeah, English is the only language that makes sense. Yeah, to you, but not to anyone else. Like, what are you talking about? The metric system. The metric.
That's what. Oh,
what?
Fine. I'm not gonna just like my head into liking stuff I don't. Fuck it. I'm gonna play the same game every year.
You'd like.
I can't wait to play Skyrim again.
You'd like
maybe, but
I'll never know.
Maybe, but it'd be work. I bet I would like
first,
one.
Once you get into it, you're into it though. It's worth the work. It's a whole new world. Haven't you ever heard Little Mermaid or Little Mermaid but Aladdin? A whole new. I'm literally dying up here. I can't breathe.
Can't she breathe outside of water though? I feel like mermaids can breathe outside of water.
Yeah, but she can't speak. So it'd be a whole new world. It cuts over to her for her part.
Yeah. Just sort of smiling, confused.
She can understand it, but she can't speak it.
I'd like to say that she can. I'm going with
also can't understand. Well, also they're going through wind at 800 miles an hour. There's no way he can hear her.
By the way, why did she have to change for him? They should have made him get a fishtail.
That would have been awesome. I think they did like Mermaid 9. They did that. I think.
I'm sure there's 9 of them.
Also, the Little Mermaid was made in like what year?
Early 90s, I think.
The fact that
I don't think the guy that played the crab was black. That's how long ago it was.
I was going to say the fact that she could speak at the end and it was considered a good thing was like something they had to fight for. For being like, but that's bad.
No. Exactly like, no, you're going to ruin people's fantasy. A woman that can't talk.
Yeah, they had to fight him down for that one.
I actually would like to see when they do a live action Little Mermaid, which they will. I want them to make it like girl power. He has to get a fish leg or a fish tail and a fish dick instead of her having to change. And it's feminism. And then, which it's not, but fine. But what I want to see is all the people like the liberals are destroying my childhood. Now my children are going to have to imagine Ariel and Prince Eric fucking fish style. And that's not what I want in America. It's not.
That is the only good argument. I like that Republicans will often just skip up the only good argument for things because even they know that it's wrong.
What? That they don't want their kids to see it?
Yeah, no, like the argument to not switch them would be because, well, then how are they going to fuck? Because eventually they have to fuck. You want me to imagine fish fucking? No, thank you. That's a fine argument.
I mean, it goes in the canon of media arguments that are, how am I supposed to jerk off to this?
Which is a fine argument because you're being honest.
No, the answer is get weirder.
Get weird.
Into fish.
I don't even know what a fish stick.
I think that they lay the eggs and then the male fish just kind of jizzes over them.
In the vicinity.
Yeah. He's very casual. He's doing his taxes and like, what? Oh yeah, I'll just do some jizz over here.
Every fish is essentially a porn star. Be like, now? Okay. I already jizzed once today. Yeah. I already fertilized eggs once today, but I could do it again. You could do it again? $5.
Yeah, if you need coverage.
$5 to see it, $10 to watch me fertilize it.
I got good things in me, like caviar. Good things, caviar you don't know about.
Caviar. Nice.
I'm gonna be a great, bright, shining starfish.
It's just, you know how when salmon swim upstream after they fertilize the eggs, they almost die, or they die. Yeah,
or whatever happens to them.
So they swim all the way upstream when they're about to die, and the last thing they do is fuck, and then they die. So, like, right as he's about to die, I'm not going to shoot you in this state.
And then eaten by a bear.
Yeah, he's eaten by a bear. So, like, if you go up to certain parts during the salmon spawning, you just can't go to certain areas of the river because it's just littered with fish carcasses and bears, because the bears know that this is like usually where the fish die about. So it's just like, no.
And they don't. Fuck you guys. I recently remembered a story that I was almost attacked by a bear once.
Oh.
Because I'm stupid in an inspiring way.
I thought you were so badass that you just forgot about a bear attack.
I just kind of got really close to a bear.
What happened?
It ate me. I'm dead.
No. Give me more context. Where were you?
There was a bear. I was in the Smoky Mountains, and there was a bear in like a public looking at nature area, and everyone was like, "There's a bear down there," and I was like, "I'm gonna go get it." So I just kind of kept walking closer to the bear, and it would look at me and then look back at what it was doing, and I was like, "Seems like it's not annoyed with me." And then I got like 20 feet away, and it looked at me and then didn't look back, and then like went up and broke a log. And I was like, "I understand what that means, Mr. Bear." And I left. And my parents.
I wonder why. Because your dad.
No, looking back on it, I was like, "This is so cool. I want to get as close as possible to this bear." But I definitely got close enough to the bear where if the bear had chosen to, it's like, "Yeah, you're just dead."
Oh yeah,
it's over.
How old were you?
I think it's like 20.
I was thinking like 10. You fucking idiot.
No. I've decided my version of toxic masculinity is that I believe I can be friends with any animal. No matter how dangerous, that animal would like me.
And unfortunately, the bear broke along, and you're like, I understand what that means. I'll be seeing you, bear.
Well, no, the bear was in a bad mood and didn't want to talk then, but it still would have been my friend on a better day.
On a good day for the bear.
If I saw a tiger in real life, I could pet it and it would like it.
Absolutely false. You died.
No, it would do that thing where it blows air out like, and then I would pet it, and then it would eat the guy that was bullying me in gym class.
You have some odd fantasies of an air tiger. Oh my God, air tiger. Or instead of it'd be air tiger, but it'd be MMA.
So it's just a tiger just eating Tito Ortiz.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's no rule in MMA.
Yeah, no, but we're not talking about MMA. You're not allowed to have that here. I don't know how you got it into the country.
We're in Vegas. It's legal to own tigers, and there's no rule in MMA that says a tiger can't play MMA. He has knives strapped to his face.
Just like, what's his face? Dana something?
Dana Carvey.
What's the name of the MMA UFC guy?
Dana White.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Dana White.
Because Dana White would want a tiger in MMA. He would intervene and be like, no, you put that tiger in. I don't care what they say. Tell him it's my guy.
There was a bear UFC fight at one point, just so we're clear. There was a guy in a bear.
Bear on bear?
Guy on bear.
Oh, guy in a bear.
Yeah.
Bear on Twink Atkins.
That's a different UFC. That's the
ultimate fucking championship.
Yeah,
I guess we don't need to try that hard.
I was like, if you struggle with this one, this podcast is over.
Ultimate French kissing, but the kissing is with a C.
All right, bringing the new co-host.
Yeah, pop him on the back of the head with whatever they kill cows with. Or just, if you wanted to euthanize me, just encourage me to befriend a tiger.
Yeah.
And I would just walk over and poke the tiger and be eaten.
I would just encourage you to become a zookeeper and then wait. That's how.
As soon as they let me in there, I am hugging the tiger.
You'd hear the bad tiger noises, and you would still be like, I can change your mood.
Maybe they're good tiger noises. But then I'd become part of the tiger, because the tiger would eat my heart to gain my strength, and I would live forever in the tiger, because tigers don't die. Real tigers don't die. That is my favorite J. Cole song. Okay, just came up with something awesome. Anytime there is the N-word in a rap song, white people can say tiger.
Nice.
Because that's awesome.
I got to think about N-words in songs. Like I don't already have a backlist in my head. I'm just thinking for posterity, so I don't look racist.
I ain't fucking with you tigers like a park tide.
Yeah, it works. It worked really good. Sounds weird like tiger with a hard R.
Ha! Sicker than your average Papa Twist cabbage off instinct. Tigers don't make shit stink.
This works.
I am so terrified. I'm not going to say tiger. Every time I get too into it, I'm gonna flow with the song.
Edit it out.
I'm not saying she's a gold tiger, but she ain't messing with no broke tigers.
Tigers in Paris, and they're going gorillas.
That's just tigers and gorillas hanging out in Paris. It's dope.
It's awesome. I want a tiger gorilla friendship. So you know how gorillas will befriend the kittens?
I did not, but awesome.
Gorillas will befriend kittens sometimes after they rip the heads off of them.
But they will swing adult cats around by the tail.
Really? What?
I don't know. Well, because animals of all species are nice to the babies of any species, but then if they grow up, they get mean to them.
Yeah, but if they grow up adjacent to each other, then it's different because they know this tiger. So I know this tiger. This tiger is not like other tigers. This tiger doesn't shoot people.
A good one. One of the good ones.
This tiger doesn't smoke menthols. This tiger knows its son.
You know, the thing about tigers is they've got their flashy coats, you know. They're always roaring and making a lot of noise.
You cannot have a tiger.
You're talking about.
If you have a tiger in your neighborhood, you know about it. Just that's for sure.
This is really not helping my fear that we accidentally become a right-wing podcast, because this is 100% a thing that, like, the meme Nazis of 4chan would be like, I'm just talking about tigers. And the thing about tigers is that I don't like it when they fuck white women.
I mean, I don't. So you're not wrong. I also don't like it when tigers fuck white women.
Tiger Woods is allowed to do that, but no, it's just I just feel like there's a bunch of people that aren't going to get we're joking, and then it's going to become a thing. Like on Behind the Bastards, they're going to be like, yeah, Nazis use dog whistles like saying tigers when they mean black people, which originated from the It's Just Bits podcast. And then they say that and they Google us and they're like, oh, they did that on purpose.
No, I
we didn't.
I found our name, our category. We're the scumbag left, apparently.
Dirtbag left.
Whatever. Same thing.
Yes, very much swimming in the wake of Chapo and Comptown. But, you know. Have all artists stolen?
Proud. It is. I mean, Comptown was stolen from, I forgot. I fucking thought of this the other day. Eric Andre a little bit, and then like 9 other things.
And there's Opie.
Opie and Anthony is what I was going to say. Yeah, and then Opie and Anthony's influences are too old for me to know them, but I'm certain there was something.
Howard Stern?
Howard Stern, that they just turned up a dial. It's a rich tradition of being a scumbag.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good. It's a necessary culture because young white men don't want to be nice to people, so you got to find a way that they can be mean to people in a kind way, which is, which is like calling members of the government slurs when they do war crimes.
Good. I'm Connor Ford, and I approve of that message.
It's okay to call Joe Biden the N-word. Okay? He bombed.
I was going to say somebody has a complex algorithm on a whiteboard behind them right now of how many minutes after a drone strike you're allowed to call Obama the N-word. It's like, if X number of civilians are killed, then you have X number of minutes to say it before it becomes racist again.
That's just a guy that really wants to say the N-word.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
As do all podcasts.
And all white people, just in general.
Well, I just got a notification from Postmates that said, save a horse, ride a taco. And I don't know what the fuck that means.
It means it wants you to fuck girls again, you fanook. Sorry, the Italians got me.
Fanook?
Yeah, the Italians got me.
Fanook sounds like either a Persian or an Italian word for faggot.
By the way, this is an It's Just Bits
original idea. Fucking fanook, you're putting your gabagool in each other's fucking cannoli.
This is an It's Just Bits original idea and nobody else's idea, but we have to bring back the word fanook instead of faggot.
Is fanook a thing?
Yeah, it's how Italians say that they're gay, that somebody's gay. It's like there's a bit of a fanook. So instead of saying faggot, we say fanook from now on.
Yeah, but we just like Kamala Harris is like, I love prisons, and I'm like, what a fucking fanook. Oh yeah,
you got it. You already got it. Or somebody's like, I'm gonna eat this prosciutto without cheese, and you're like, what a fucking fanook. Right? You get the idea.
Or, Mitch McConnell's like, the only surgery any Americans are allowed to get is jowl encreasement surgery. That's some fucking fanook shit.
Exactly. Hillary Clinton eats a baby. What a fanook. It's Just Bits hereby sponsors this idea, and this idea is the property of It's Just Bits and no one else. So anybody who uses
the word no,
now.
own the word fanook. Like Paris Hilton tried to copyright the word hot or something.
So anybody who uses the word fanook from now on is paying tribute to our podcast. All hail to
yes, and if you reference this podcast, this means you're as racist as we are.
Which is, not really.
Which is not actually, but lingering prejudices that everyone has.
Yeah, just from being white in America. It's
well, they sneak it in on you.
I mean, they do teach it in schools. Be like, all right, we're covering segregation this chapter. What chapter? There's one chapter. Yeah, we just. Yeah. You get the idea.
This guy was really nice. She did schools for Native Americans, which was good. And then they don't mention how it was like, we'll beat you if you speak your native language. and then Americans are just like, this country's pretty fine.
Oh, what I graduated knowing about segregation was pretty much separate but equal, but it wasn't really all that equal. And that was it. And no other information. And I didn't even know that, because wasn't Martin Luther King Jr. was alive during segregation, right?
Yeah. No, segregation. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I did not know that when I graduated high school. They didn't teach me that.
I think I did learn that in high school.
The problem is that it was close. That's the problem. It almost didn't make the chopping block.
America's not going to teach accurate American history, because then it's stuff like, a lot of us kind of wanted to be on the other side of World War II. The Japanese had attacked us.
Also, Japanese internment camps didn't even get a chapter. It got a paragraph. It got a fucking paragraph.
It got like one of those things that it's a different color on the side.
A side note.
And the name of the headline is like, oopsie, we did it. We did concentration camps.
They wanted to say fun fact, but they couldn't say fun facts. So they're like, whoops.
No. Which, by the way, in 20 years, the hologram history textbooks will feature a tiny little box that says, oopsie, whoopsie, we forcibly sterilized a bunch of Latinos.
Yeah, exactly. And
but we don't do it. We don't do racism anymore.
It'll be a little animation of the paperclip guy from Microsoft Word. Just like, can I help you with that? He's talking about genocide. Can I help you with that genocide? I love this country. I'm a large fan, and I will never leave it because it's so awesome.
Well, I'm never going to leave it. All my shit's here.
Fun fact, you can take your stuff with you if you leave. Just saying.
I've moved once, and it was a huge pain in the ass. I'm never doing it again.
What's your bar for leaving the country? Like, what has to happen for you to dip?
I don't know. I'm not gonna join the military. So if it's like
that's the move too.
If there's an actual draft where they send you to prison if you don't, I'll dig out that Irish passport.
All right, where's this passport?
Or ideally, stay and fight on the other side.
Well, that didn't have to be a civil war.
Join the Iranian military.
How do you go about doing that? What do you give them a call and be like, I'm fighting on your side, so send stuff.
Hello. I would like to learn to speak Farsi, which I think is the language I speak, and I'll do war crimes for you guys. There's not going to be a good side.
There's never a good side one. Why can't we all just come together?
Yeah, I guess I want to leave America. I want America to leave so the Great Lakes Federation can rule.
A lot of the people around here have guns and do want to revolt, but unfortunately for all the wrong reasons.
They're getting the wrong people.
When we say get them, we mean beep. We don't mean tigers.
Well, no, I do. When I do mean get tigers, as in get them as pets, keep them, be friends with them.
Let me pet them.
In the Great Lakes Confederation, everybody will be issued a tiger to be friends with.
Dude, if your roommate moves out, you can have a tiger room. A room just for a tiger.
Yeah. I really wanted an office, but Raja needs space to play.
And I didn't want to give him the living room.
So it is just a room full of half-eaten deer and tiger shit.
Well, I let him take care of it. I let him take care of his own space. Just walk by, the door's halfway off the hinges. Yeah, he's going to get through that one day.
Hey, Raja, how are you? And he just tiger screams at me, and I'm like, he's grumpy, but he likes me. He's my friend.
Don't put your hand in the cage. Just hold up a hook hand.
You don't want to do that. I can put my hand in the cage because he's metal.
Because he doesn't like biting metal. No, he doesn't. He's just got like chipped teeth from how hard he bit your hook hand.
And on the day I die, there will be a local news story that says, you've heard of old women being eaten by their cats after they die, but have you heard of a young man being eaten by his cat while he was alive?
No. He wasn't just a very immobile man. He was a very mobile cat.
Once it got through that plywood door, it was pretty much done.
He didn't stand a chance. Luckily, his neighbors had all moved out by this point. Could you imagine the nightmares you would have if you wake up in the middle of the night every night to a tiger screaming from downstairs? Just the nightmare.
Yeah, I bet they're going to stop taking my mail and asking me to help them carry things.
They will.
You want me to help you carry that upstairs? Sure. You just feed my tiger while I do that. That's what I thought.
Sure, Raja, come. He likes to stay next to me.
He's licking you a lot. Yeah, it's affection.
I hope.
Not tasting me. This is going to be hilarious after I've been eaten by a tiger.
This is going to be...
Because there's a pretty good
coming. You know, the Chapo boys probably have enough money to buy a tiger right now. So, just saying.
Yeah, and if they really believed in socialism, they would buy me a tiger.
That's not... Okay.
The Cumboys probably have enough money to buy a tiger. Maybe a shitty tiger, but...
It'd be a Cume tiger. I don't like that they're called the Cumboys.
They named their podcast. There was one time, I think Stav was talking about, there was some Nazi that they wanted to interview, and he wouldn't go on the show because he refused to be on a show called Come Town. Because it was degenerate.
You're a Nazi.
Your standards are strange. Oh, did you hear Milo isn't gay now?
Milo Yiannopoulos, yeah, he's also deplatformed pretty hard. He's funny.
I mean, no one talks about him. But I gotta find a new Nazi to fuck now.
There's furries out there for you.
All right, listen, buddy. I'll fuck a Nazi and I'll fuck a furry, but I won't fuck a Nazi furry. I've got standards. Oh, it's a tiger, you say?
Tee. Nazi-san. But for tiger pussy.
Want to make it clear that I like real tigers, not people in tiger suits. I'm not weird. I want to fuck a real tiger, okay?
I'm not a fanook. Did I tell you?
You think tigers are majestic and beautiful animals? Some tigers are dudes. That's pretty sus.
Gay.
I don't know why I'm talking so much about tigers, because a tiger is not the perfect animal. I would like a bobcat or one of the smaller types of wildcat.
What's the archer animal?
An ocelot, I think.
Ocelot, yeah. It's a good animal. Did I tell you, I went to the San Diego Zoo. San Diego Zoo has everything. They were remodeling the ocelot cage. The ocelot's initial cage was like this, bigger than my fucking...
It was like, yeah.
It was gigantic, but the cage they had him in was like literally a bird cage while they were remodeling his cage. And he was
all of the ocelots
furious. He was literally pacing his like two by two cage obsessive compulsively, just like doing this. We watched him for 10 minutes do this.
Okay,
Wow.
Open invitation to the Lincoln Park Zoo and Brookfield Zoo. If you need to keep your big cats somewhere while you remodel their cage, they can live at my house.
Your house is better, I guess. They'll have more stimulation fighting you all the time.
Dude, even like a fairly docile bobcat listening to me scream about work and just getting worked up and being like, I gotta get out of here, and biting me and escaping into the streets.
A fairly docile bobcat just being like, all right, that's enough. Coming out and meowing at you while you're cutting a bump. While you're cutting a feature, he comes out and starts meowing at you. Can't you see I'm working?
Shut the fuck up, Winston. He's named after.
I assumed he was named after Churchill.
Why? I don't like him.
You don't like anybody, you fanook.
Yes, I do. I like John Brown, Hunter S. Thompson, and all wildcats. And domestic cats.
Airbud. I think Airbud gets a pass.
I do not like Airbud.
Why not?
He's fine. But
because he's essentially a golden
there could
retriever.
be a rule that says a dog can't play. Because he fucking ate my son.
Golden, I gotta get my kids back from my bitch of an ex-wife. Oh, sorry about that, buddy. Okay. So fucking great.
It was just a traffic ticket. Deep cuts, baby. No, I think a golden retriever is probably the most racist type of dog.
I think that's the white person of dog, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Either that or a German Shepherd.
Well, a German Shepherd is the most cop of dogs.
And cops can be black or white. Or Puerto Rican. But those are the only three. No Asian cops.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lau. We can't allow you to be a police officer.
We're just not that progressive yet.
Only take racist white people and black people to prove we're not racist, and then Puerto Ricans to prove that we're not just letting in black people to prove we're not racist.
And it just hasn't made it as far as Asians yet. I'm very sorry.
I'm trying to think of what races all dogs are based on their skull shape.
Well, a golden retriever is a white dude. German Shepherd's a cop. A bulldog is British, I would say, because they got fucked up teeth.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn. Maybe a
look like
golden
Winston
retriever
Churchill.
is Canadian because they're super nice.
No, I feel like golden retrievers live in very big houses in the far suburbs.
They do. That is fair.
And it's not that they don't like those people. It's that they think rap is a violent music.
Clearly, Chihuahuas are Mexican. I mean,
well, yeah, of course.
I was just a gimme.
What? Dingoes are Australian.
Dingoes are Australian.
These are the ones.
Sheep are Japanese.
There we go. And so are Akitas and all the other dogs like that.
Yeah. Are we just giving dogs their actual races?
Burmese mountain dog. Burmese.
Are we just naming where dogs are from right now and calling it a bit? How lazy is this podcast? No, I think.
So dogs are German.
Let's
list all the dogs.
I think Burmese mountain dogs are bears, personally, like chubby homosexuals, of whatever race.
Well, sure.
Yeah. French bulldogs are twinks.
What are?
French bulldogs.
What? No, what are you talking about?
French bulldogs are twinks. They're this big.
Absolutely not.
What's a twink?
So, yeah, twinks also look good. French bulldogs look
French bulldogs are cute, you dick.
Nope. All bulldogs look fucked up.
French bulldogs are the exception. They're very small.
Nope. They, like all bulldogs, they look like someone drew a painting on a cliffside of a hot lady bulldog, and they ran face first into it, and they're all mashed up.
Nice. Fine. Well, then what would a French bulldog be? Sloths from the Goonies?
Yeah, something fucked up.
The bird.
I don't know.
The bird. What?
A very sad twink. I feel like a queen, maybe.
No. Old Queen. That's a good one.
That French Bulldog could be that. Like
60-year-old
French Bulldog, birdcage.
What?
Nathan Lane in the birdcage?
I thought Robin Williams in the birdcage.
I mean, he is in the birdcage, yes, but Nathan Lane is queenier.
Fair. What else?
And of course, a cat.
What are those sprinting dogs? Greyhound. What would a greyhound be besides a bus?
I don't know. Have we moved from races to different types of game?
I mean, just right now. We'll go back.
Honestly, I think that Chivas being Japanese and Golden Retrievers being white may be the only races that map clearly to dogs.
Yeah. Well, German Shepherds being cops works. It's not quite a race, but it's kind of a race.
Yeah, aren't a race. Blue.
But there's certainly dicks about it. I'm going to go take a bunch of drugs. I think that's the end of the podcast. Is me taking drugs.
I'm gonna go to work. Remember, don't trust Golden Retrievers with too much political power. This is a confused version of politics.
Get them.